Next on the Love You More Show.
Check 1, 2. St. Louis, make some noise real quick.
Yes, sir. Family, I am so excited. Let me be honest with you. Baby, I done took it back home to St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. And as you can see, this is our first live experience. Shout out to the over 212,000 subscribers that we have on YouTube. You say, Willie Mo Jr., why in the world are you doing live experiences outside of that beautiful studio? Well, I tell you what, it's important for me to touch the people. I always challenge you to know this: the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. So what you're seeing today is improvement, and I'm so thankful that we get the opportunity to hang out in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, make some noise. I want to challenge you right now to press that little subscribe button. It ain't gonna cost you nothing, okay? I just need you to press that subscribe. Don't just come through and just look at us. Make sure that you make a commitment to hang out with us and get that notification whenever we come out with a new episode. Can I trust you to do that? I'm sure I will. Family, the Love You More Show is designed for those who've been through hurts, habits, breakups, and hang-ups, and their journey on how they overcome and make it to the next level. And so I believe that there are many people out there right now who are going through so many different things, but I do know this, that you're gonna get the opportunity to overcome. My favorite book says this, that in order to love your neighbor, first you have to love yourself. And that's what this show is all about, to make sure that you can love you more. All right, family, listen, today I get the opportunity to hang out with a legend in my book. Come on, somebody. I used to say this because many of you all, especially across the country, you don't know. In St. Louis, there was this Pretty Willie, Nelly, frontline, lunatic kind of riff, if you would. Secretly, I was like, y'all know Murphy Lee, my favorite tick, okay? You know what I mean? But today we get the opportunity to hang out with Grammy winner himself. He goes by the name of the one and only Murphy Lee. Y'all make some noise for him. Yeah.
Hey.
Murph, what's good, champion?
How you doing, my brother?
Man, I ain't never had it this good in my life.
Man, nice that.
Man, thank you, bro.
Well, thank you.
Murph, I don't know if you had the opportunity to check out the show, but what we attempt to do is make sure that we do an icebreaker. And in this particular icebreaker, I had went through so much, and then I got my turning point. Pull your attention to the screens.
Uh-oh.
You know, when I left that church, my life had changed forever. I realized that moments quickly become memories. So it's important that you spend great moments with your loved ones because you just don't never know. Speaking of loved ones, I was getting picked up by one of my favorite but not so favorite uncles, Uncle G. I mean, he old school, drive a Cadillac, hat to the back, and he knock-kneed as hell, but he's still a good guy. He sometimes joke too quick, but the truth is, he's exactly what I needed during this time to bring me back to earth. He walks up and he says, "Oh, you all right, son?" I'm like, "It's tough." He continues, "I know it, but it's a part of life." He says, "Don't worry about a thing, he's in a better place." That's true. You know I'm crazy, right? I don't know why they say in a better place he in a box. But you see, I got you laughing already. Laughter is healing for the soul. No matter what it is, laugh it off. Keep laughter in your life no matter what you do, okay? Now get your punk ass in the car. What? Get your ass in the car, Junior. Wow.
See, a lot of people don't understand the game, you know what I'm saying? There's no stability in this, dog. All you living off of is a dream, you know what I'm saying? If people don't buy your music, you don't eat, man. So it do get hard for you sometimes, you heard me? I'ma tell you though, for real. Steady striving for stardom, wanting fortune and fame. On my face I'm smiling, in my heart is pain.
I believe we all get tested, go through hell to get our blessings.
I promise at times I wanna break down.
No one understands me.
This time I'm going up, ain't going back down.
If you believe it will be.
Taking proper precautions, times is getting harder. Do what we gotta gotta do to feed our sons and daughters. You wanted a survivor, then you got you one. You just told me to claim it, and that's all I done.
Living in the city street, nobody cares for me.
Oh, oh.
Somebody pray for me, cause I got a destiny.
Oh, oh, oh.
I'm just a man with a dream, striving for the finer things.
Oh, oh.
But this is my turning point.
I'm getting everything I want.
Name of the song is Turning Point. Yes, Lord. Yeah. So, Murph, I want to talk to you a little bit about turning points because you have had many.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I hear that you started off as a baseball player, like in U City.
I think we all started off as a something.
Yeah.
Now, I was definitely an athlete. I played all the sports, but baseball was real big in U City where I was from.
Right. Yeah. So, what got you into that? Let's talk a little bit about home life.
Oh man. It wasn't parents or nothing like that. I think my mama might be an athlete or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
but I got, my big brother Keywan, he's into it all. So I was following them, and I was the kid that the mama made me go with my big brother. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't leave the house by himself without taking me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those situations. So any sports that he caught on to, I was on it. You know what I'm saying? And I probably did it a little better than my peers my age because I was playing with the older kids. You know what I'm saying?
So are you the young? You is it any other brothers and sisters?
I got youngers.
Youngers. Okay, good stuff. So I hear you speak about mom. When you think about mom, of course, I often tell people, man, I'm blessed to have two moms. I never met my biological mother until 40 years later. And so when you think about mom, I know there's a certain level of celebration for her. Let's talk a little bit about mom and how she raised Murph.
Free.
Yeah.
I was babysitting, cooking, taking care of myself, taking care of Keywan, and taking care of the older brother. You know what I'm saying? At by the age of like 6, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? Like I was grown early.
Yeah.
I was grown early. So she raises very independent, cause she worked 2 or 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but as I got older, I realized how young she was. You know what I'm saying? And that
How old was
hit
mom
me
when she
into-
had you? About
Probably a dub, probably 20,
Wow.
probably like 20 or something like that. But I'm just talking about like at them ages where we understood what a bill was, or we understood what, we ain't got nothing to eat today. You know what I'm saying? Like that age, she was young as I don't know what. I was like, and I thought they was old as I just knew they was old, you know?
Yeah.
But now that I'm, a proud father, I can see it so clearly. Like, cause I'm 45 and I'm still a kid. I ain't got it together yet. You know what I'm saying? So I just, and so my life right now, just looking at my mama when I see her, I just give her grace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you did that.
Man, major love. Y'all make some noise for that.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, make sure that, I want you to do this, put a number 1 in the chat if you say, hey, Willie Moe Jr., the truth is, I may have had some issues in the beginning with my mom and my dad till I got grown. And I understood, like, damn, they was going through a whole lot. Put a number 1 in the chat right now. You know, Murph, I grew up in Berkeley, Missouri, and so I was the child of 2 ex-sharecroppers. They adopted me when I was 3 months old. And so although I was living, and I used to say this a lot. I used to say, yeah, I come from the hood, like I'm from Berkeley or whatever, but I realized there was something that kind of bamboozled me. Like I had a black mayor, I had a black police chief, I had 3 black principals. What happened was, like, I was learning black excellence. And then media attempted to put something out to make me feel like I was living in the hood, but I realized the examples that was being set before me, like, damn, they were really, really successful. So I grew up in this house with older parents. Right. And so they were older, so if we go to the liquor store, the grocery store, people would be like, oh, you hanging out with your grandmama today? I'd be like, I'm like this little Napoleon guy, like, that's not my grandmama, that's my mama, you know what I mean? And I had my dad in my house, but he was working so much. He worked 16 hours a day until I got into the 11th grade, and he found weed in the house, and he was like, man, I'm gonna probably have to slow down a little bit because this kid is trying to do things that I don't necessarily approve of. Right. We talk a lot about mom, but in the situation, where is dad in the scenario?
I thought you knew. Nah, I'm just playing. I ain't had no father. I had brothers, I had uncles, I had You know what I'm saying? Old school partners and from the hood. I had uncles, friends. I had 5th grade teacher. I had gym teacher. I had basketball coach. I had baseball coach. I had grandfather who was Big Murphy Lee. That's where I got my name from.
So your grandfather's name is Murph?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was named after my grandfather.
Okay.
Murphy Lee is my middle name. If you didn't know, I ain't just make up a country name and just be like, rap, you're like, call me Murphy Lee. I was thinking, Murphy Lee.
It's not your rap name.
Nah, my middle name is Murphy Lee. Yeah. Well, actually, my last name is Lee now, so Tory Murphy Lee. Yeah.
Tory Murphy Lee.
Yeah.
And so, was there any man that sticks out in your head and in your heart that said, man, when I seen this dude, I was like, that's a great example of what a man should be like?
Probably the missing dad was like the greatest example.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm thinking if dad was there, would I be who I is?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And would I be that good of a father? Like, would I be so on point, like, I want to be this good father? You know what I'm saying? Would I be that? I think that's because I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So I use that as an example. I think my biggest plus was him not being there. What if he was there and ruined my stuff? What if he was there on crack or something, doing something crazy, and I had to witness this and do this? You know what I'm saying? So I probably was saved from something. You don't know. I don't never look at it like that. You feel me?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary. So you growing up not necessarily having a person in the household, you seeing mama work 2 or 3 jobs. I know what that's like to not have to, I didn't necessarily like when everybody came out with them British nights, I couldn't really get them British nights like that.
Get 'em.
But that little Payless right there off of Natural Bridge, they had something like them.
Them XJ900.
Yeah, them SJ900s.
I had them things.
And my friend No Sage, his sister, she had a job, so he could always wear her shoes. So he was like the coolest dude in elementary school. And so I just got this drive and this fire, and I was like, I ain't never finna want for nothing. And so I locked in probably about 10 years old because my parents, they did really good. They kept food on the table. I did not. I was silver spoon in my mouth. People be calling me all the time like, you know what it's like on your birthday when you ain't really had nothing? I was like, nope, I do not relate at all. That's what I'm telling you. I don't. My parents did really good. I just couldn't get the access of the things that I wanted.
Right.
When did you make the decision like, you know what, I'm going to take my talent to the next level?
My talent?
Yeah. Or did you discover your talent?
When did I discover my talent?
Yeah.
3rd grade, we had to write a poem. Or just 3rd grade when they was making us write anything on our own.
Yeah.
And it was like, you gotta go say it in front of the class and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Mine used to always be like a comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I used to rhyme the words and it used to be funny. Like it used to have a lot of wit to it. You know what I'm saying? Why I put them words together like that.
Yeah.
I think then I knew that I was like, writer. See, then I was thinking books. I always thought books and things of that nature. You know, movies. I was like, I'm gonna write Star Trek. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know you will though.
Yeah.
Make some noise for that. I believe you will though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 3rd grade,
that was gonna be at the end of this show.
Right.
I had already asked the Lord, I'm like, what does his future look like? And I'm glad you know it.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
But I think I noticed stuff then, you know what I'm saying? Just putting words together and just being witty like that. But I guess I was in like 8th grade, 9th grade. You remember Bulletproof Records?
Yeah, D-Red.
Yes.
I was in that studio too. There was a lot of guns over there. I'm talking about, look, Stevie Blast took me over there to the 8 Deuce Click. And we Bloods in Berkeley. And so I was kind of blood-ish. You know what I'm saying? I was just closely correlated.
Right.
Like, they started shooting for real one day, and I was like, oh, they shooting for real over what I got on?
Oh, yeah.
No, I ain't really with all this, but I remember going over there and D-Red, I remember that tape that they had, and that was nuts. So you went over there and changed.
It was just that was they from U City.
Yeah.
And that whole foundation sparked something with us.
Yeah.
Especially with me, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to go to school. My peers were like the little brothers of Demo and all them.
Yeah.
So, and D-Red little brother used to go to school with me. So when they used to come to school, they used to be singing the little backwards and forwards before it even came out.
Yeah.
They knew it by heart, and they used to say it. I'm like, man, you know that. You know what I'm saying? And by the time it came out, it felt like I knew it, and it was just like, it just sparked something. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention all the stuff that we was listening to, from E40s to Spice One to, you know, different stuff was sparking me. It wasn't just the regular thing. It was like Bone, Thugs and Army. It was Twister. It was, you know what I'm saying? Certain stuff that was bumping in them cars during high school days. It just said you cold. You know what I'm saying? I think you could do this.
Yeah. I remember, I forgot. We nigga who get rude and naughty, none of the authority, and the party. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a rapper. Cause we like when I heard them, that was the first, like many, like people in this world, like this was the first professional thing. They had it mixed, they had it mastered. It wasn't like something where they just put something together.
Out in them trunks, it was right.
Boy,
too.
shout out to Bulletproof Records. To those of you who don't know, I know that don't resonate if you ain't from St. Louis.
Yep.
So Murphy Lee's writing in 3rd grade. Of course, everybody laughing.
You know.
He ended up listening to Bulletproof Records. Mom is giving him the freedom because she got to go to work. There's no real disciplinarian in the house. He has to kind of come.
Oh, no, it's super discipline.
Oh, it's super discipline. Talk about the discipline.
For long distance. It ain't nothing. Just like that. Look at you in the mirror and see you from back there playing. I ain't got to say too much to you. I ain't got to. Yeah. We knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? Get them grades right because you know what it was. I don't care how many jobs I got to work. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So discipline was always there. We was just cold. And Keywan cold, bro. Yeah. We were, like we, you see, we ain't had no problems out of us. And we did everything any gangster did, anybody, any nerd did. Like we was both sides, like whatever it was, the good grades, the bad grade, we did it all. You know what I'm saying? So, but she was cold. She was cold. She had that discipline in us where we stayed in line, and weirdly. It was weird, you know what I'm saying? And it probably was me. Keywan, hold on, let me see. No, he didn't. He didn't stay in line. Yeah. That was me. I was one of the ones that, when the street light came on, I really went in. Keywan play with it, you know what I'm saying? When certain stuff, they finna do something crazy, I go to the crib. You know what I'm saying? That was just me. I just liked it. Yeah. I ain't really rock like that.
So you sitting there with that pen, when did you realize, like, music was gonna be my thing? Like, did somebody tap you and say, hey, Murph, I think this could turn into something? Or were you like, I'm gonna take this to the studio? How did you discover that?
I was around the rappers. It just so happened our group is hot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we around the rap. Like, when we just doing it, it was just already in that circle. It ain't like I had to leave my partners to go rap. Yeah. We was already in that circle of rapping. So it worked out perfect.
So you have Nelly, you got Ali, you have Keywan, you have Murph, and then of course Slow Down. I guess he comes a little later. And you guys start working out of Saints. Now let me tell you something on the back end of you all working out there in D2. I remember, because I'm in the business during this time. I'm letting you know, like, I'm the baby gangster. What? Come on, like, y'all don't know about that. Listen, let me be honest with you, St. Louis. Let me tell y'all, St. Louis, I ain't grew much since then. I'm about this height at 12. But listen, I was kind of the least of all the gangster of all of us. My brother Jason, he kind of turned into that. He was about that life. Like, he'll try. John will hurt you, and Derek was just a guy that you could trust. Just don't make him mad, right? And I remember they said, man, they got a studio in Saints. Now, for us, a studio just meant you been to Bulletproof Records when it was in U City, and they had kind of, just a little something. And then Stevie Black, we was on that reel to reel. But when you went to Saints, I remember going to the skating rink and they said, come in this room. And I seen that big old bull and I was like, this has gotta be what heaven looks like. It's gotta be. And I seen this like head and it said Saint Lunatics. And I was like, dang, like who is the Lunatics? And then they let me hear, give me what you got. And I was like, oh, these boys dope. And then I heard it on the radio. I was like, them same dudes from Saints. When did Murphy Lee realize, like, dang, we own though, like we own.
Peace. Yesterday, no. I think I realized probably about, for real, probably about 2012.
Yeah.
I realized we did something special.
Yeah.
In the midst of it, I was just in it. Young, following, trying to get to it. Happy that I'm doing what I love, because that's the perfect thing on earth is to do what you love for some bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real, man. That's real.
3rd grade, they used to be like, I always talk about 3rd grade. 3rd grade was a changing point in my life. Yeah. 3rd grade, they always talked about the difference between a job and a career. Mm-hmm. And we used to always be like, I want to be president. I want to be a fireman. We named some stuff, you know what I'm saying? And to be able to do something like this that I love, like really love, and be able to wake up every day and know that I'm finna do this, is like, that was the biggest wake up call. So like 2012, I realized, dang, that mailbox, it's straight some paper coming to that mailbox, or it's just, you know what I'm saying? For work I did back then, like it feels good to be able to, you know what I'm saying, so long, still reap off what you doing, man. So just be able to be like, yo, this weekend I gotta be in this city. You know what I'm saying? Like still like, it ain't like 2025, you still gotta wake up and do this. Like, I think it's super dope. And I remember everybody used to be like, man, I've been working on my job for 40 years and this and this. So now I see, you know what I'm saying? And for hip hop to grow and how it's growing, to be of age to where now we still can make moves and things like this. Graybeard and all still can do what we do. It's not such a young sport, you know what I'm saying? Right. I think it's even better now. It's more fun. Now I can really talk what I want to talk, because it ain't nothing like being able to say what you really want to say. Yeah. See, when you young, you saying stuff that you think y'all want to hear, you know what I'm saying? Or you think what other people is doing and this and that, you try to put in so much false. But when you older, you get to see that wise talk come out that pen, that grown folk, what you really need to hear, that really feeds our soul. So I think it's super tight to be, you know what I'm saying, this age in hip hop, still doing it, don't stop.
Indeed. Shout out to Murph, man. Make some noise for that. So Murph, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think it's 2002. I'm talking about y'all hitting it. Now, I had always been this sing-songy guy. Like, I was a rapper, but I was like the only dude in the whole crew that could really kind of sing a little bit. Like, I was in boys choir, and I would sing. I was in choir at church. And so whenever it's a hook, they be like, oh, we need to sing. Like, we just singing the hook. Like, girl, everything will turn out right. And I started to do this style. And I was like, man, I can't really rap as good as Jason, because he was like he could, you remember bump, he could do any style. And I was like, not going in that lane. This nigga's too good. I'm not gonna be a star. And I remember when I started, and I was like, welcome to St. Louis, baby. And into we caution, cause we ballin', I falling, 1,000,000 records we tossing. And Jason was like, this your first song, nigga, it's hard. It's hard. He was going crazy. He's like, you found your lane. And so I was like, yo, that's like really, really dope. And I was so excited about the style. It was like a St. Louis thing. And then, of course, you have Nelly, who had, like, I hadn't heard Nelly yet. And when I heard him, I was like, man, like, that's just our swing. That's just a thing we do. We all singery, you know what I mean? And I just want, singery. So I just want to say this publicly to St. Louis. I had never met Nelly. I met Nelly one time on stage in St. Louis, and by that time, I had beef that I didn't even freaking know about. I was like, he looked mad. I don't fight, but my friends do. And I'm like, why do we have this stuff? But if it's like that, it's just like that. And I remember going to Janae's. Y'all remember Janae's? Anybody in St. Louis, Janae's? This one I knew you was about that life. Murphy had a car. I think you was riding in a I won't say like a burgundy Navigator. It's like a Navigator when Navigators came out of something. And they said, Murphy Lee outside. And I was like, why are we bothering these guys? Like, Murphy Lee outside. I was like, I don't give a damn, is he coming in? You know, we pull up to the gas station and everybody high, except me, because I just only drink, because I hit the weed like right when it's at the end, because I don't want to really catch all of whatever they was licking on. I'm like, so y'all gonna smoke? That nigga just spit on that 2 times, but he didn't spit on this part, so I'll wait till you get to that part, and then I hit it. This when I knew Murphy Lee wasn't no chump, though. We pull up, boom, boom, boom. And Murph hopped up out that car like, what's happening? I said, oh, that's my favorite tick right there. Another time, Universal, I signed with Universal.
Hold on. I didn't want to stop you.
Go ahead.
I gotta say it.
Yeah.
You was caught up in some with other people.
Yeah.
That's all that was. Like, we was so mad at the company that you was with.
Yeah.
Just because of childhood problems.
Yeah.
That you was a part of that. Yeah. So that's all that really was. I was like, hey, he called the rabbit. I told you that though that night though.
You did.
I was like,
yeah.
Hey, you with them? Like,
yeah. That's what. And I promise you out of the car, you was like, bro, it ain't even got nothing to do with that. Like, why you with them? You could have waited for us. And we could have.
It just was the people. We was really mad at them. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing though, they actually was our first push. You know what I'm saying? So we can't be too mad at them. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But the relationship, how it ended, it was bad. You know what I'm saying? So caught the wrath of that, bro. Like it was. Yeah.
Well, damn. Now we know.
Yeah. We ain't nothing against you, man.
I didn't make no real money to 38. They was rich at 22. God, dog. Murph, this one I knew we had a problem though. They take me to the Grammys, and it's my first time going to the Grammys. We got some pretty good seats. And I'm like, all right, cool. We at the Grammys back when we had them next till chirps. Everybody keep chirping. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm at the Grammys, chill. Oh, blood, you at the Grammys? Oh, you know, we St. Louis doing what you gotta do. And you know how television it goes, like, coming up next, you have Nelly, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, here come Nelly now. So I got my face ready, because now I done flopped. It ain't work. They sold 30 million records, I sold 30 total. That's all the hell I got. And this one I knew, because I think this is Murphy Lee from U City. I think this is Carnell Haynes from over there in U City or Wobble than them. I know his Negroes, I got mine too. And I remember I'm sitting in this little spot and I'm like, okay, it's me and a few people, my manager's there. And I heard clunk, clunk, But before we start, I keep seeing stuff coming in the air. I'm like, okay, somebody about to come out the air, ain't they? That boy Nelly came out the air, fire came up. He did like this and said, oh. And then the lunatics came out. I went to the bathroom and said, we gotta leave him alone. These white folks love him. And they love the lunatics. Nigga, we fighting with the Beatles. I called Scarecrow and them and said, man, we gotta stop all this. Nigga, I put that rap down, started singing my ass off. That's when I started singing. I said, we ain't rapping no more. I don't want no more beef with these guys. Cause y'all don't know it's a bigger world. What was it like traveling the whole wide world when people really know your songs like that? I'm talking about everybody, white people, gray people, black people. What's that like?
That's a scary.
Really?
It's different. See, with me, you gotta think about it. You wake up, everybody know you, you don't know nobody.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's one part of it. So that's a security boom right there. So you walk in the nervousness, anxiety from the jump. It's just as a famous person. You know what I'm saying? But like the joy of it is like you can go all the way to Coast Cold Master B-side. You can go to Tokyo and they can't speak no English, but they know your whole album word for word.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how music can teach you words. It's just like us. If we're a Spanish song that come on, if it come on rotation, we didn't know about heart. We might not even know what the words mean, but we know it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So like that was the realization of like, wow, it don't matter. Like that's crazy. And St. Louis hats, you know what I'm saying? Just take this particular STL symbol all around yonder.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? When you get there, it's gonna be there. Like that's crazy. Like that. Man, Cardinals didn't do that.
The Cardinals didn't do. Hey, y'all make some noise for that, because the Cardinals did not do that. That was them lunatics. You know, so you have all of this, and you know, I'll be honest, man. I know when I came out with Lay Your Body Down, there was not a hotel lobby in the city that we went to, and it wasn't filled with like people.
Great record.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. And I remember when it came out, I was like, man, we got access to everything. You have access to everything because, of course, you're all around the world. But you decide that you want to settle down and you want to really go towards family versus just being out and just doing all of that other stuff. You've been married now for over how many years?
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah. So dang near married over, a decade or so. Like, what made you put down? What my favorite book says this. When I was a child.
What you put down?
Like when I was a child.
What made you put down the? What I put down?
What do you put down the mold? No, but I'm saying, like, my favorite book says. My favorite says this. My favorite book says that when I was a child, like I spoke as a child, but when I became a man, I threw away childish things. And so for you, the reason why I called is because I seen you literally throw away childish things. let me just say this, and he, like, I ain't even asked if I could say this. When I call him to give this invitation, I'm like, bro, I just got something in my heart. I was praying. I just felt like, I'm giving him what I think. He was at baseball practice, like with his son. Like, hold on for 1 second. Hey, y'all got to get that ball. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yo, like, he's not just he don't put his kids out there like some people, dads who not really present. Like, this is my son. I go play ball. Like, he's really involved. Like, what not having a father there, like, what made you say, I'm about to change everything in this lineage to be a family man?
At first, she was hella protective, right?
Yeah.
He was trying to keep the two apart because it could affect. Like, if something go with me, it affects everything. You know what I'm saying? Or something happen to them or something, it can affect my stuff. Same way, right?
Yeah.
Then we thought about it like, nah, this is all we got. I got tired of separating Tory from Murphy Lee. It got on my nerve. Because I was like, we might be the only genre of music that judge stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like R&B, you can't have a wife because all the girls, but the girls ain't gonna scream for you no more because you got a wife, right? Like that's silly to me. You know what I'm saying? Because half of the time, if it's 1,000 people in the audience, you ain't dating 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna scream if you had a woman or not. Yeah. Song is a song, man. You know what I'm saying? Music is the music. Now it does make you make different kind of music, so I can't say it makes you just music-wise when you have a family, but I don't like separating the two because on the weekends, if I ain't doing the show, I'm doing a tournament with the kid, with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm at his game. So if I just separate, like, just like anybody else, I work weekends.
Right.
That's how I look at it. I start looking at it like, all right, I know I'm gone mostly on Fridays and Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm gone on the Tuesdays. You know what I mean?
Right.
So during the week, I'm intentionally knowing that I have to go Friday, that I'm here to do this. You know what I'm saying? No. Let me hold the baby. Give me the baby all week. So because when I'm gone, it's all you. You know what I'm saying? So I do things of that nature like that makes me intentional, but I don't like separating the two. I don't think hip hop is for that. That's like silly. But now you seeing it. The young, I big up the young dudes, the new people in the game. Like they come in with their woman. I'm talking about pumping them up. Everything. I'm talking millionaires building really. Like just for being on Instagram, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you done got your wife a bag. Like I think it's super dope. You know what I'm saying? That's going on because relationships is dope. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with being single neither, man. Because everybody ain't for everybody. But if you find you a somebody that matches that whole yoke, that can do that whole thing, man, boy, run with that and don't lose that. Don't let 15 minutes of nonsense or 45 minutes, however long you can last.
Hour and a half.
You know what I'm saying? Mess that up. Mess something up for life. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like I always like that's how I looked at it, and then you was just talking about years, so we talking here now. But I learned just we here on relation now. I learned that I would be just like my partner, like Kewan. I never do nothing. That's my brother. I never do nothing to be shady, like wrong to him or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, I'm talking about quit playing out, go to jail and all types of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But when we got our woman at home, we straight be like, we don't treat that the same. Like friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, though you wouldn't do your friend like that.
Wow.
You wouldn't do your partner like, you wouldn't do nothing shady behind your friend back. Why you doing something shady behind her back? You know what I'm saying? So I live like that. Like,
that's good.
I don't let nothing. I don't let no little minutes type stuff ruin a whole lifetime of stuff, dog. It's because it's crazy. You ain't gonna find nobody else.
Yeah.
You think you is, but you ain't. You know what I'm saying?
You think you is?
But it's cool. It's cool to roll with West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, everybody gonna go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through your things. But if you find that one, try to make it happen. That's all I've been on.
Yeah, that's good. Make some noise for Murphy Lee. Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. I want to make sure that you're subscribing to this channel. Make sure that you share with as many people as possible. If you're feeling this in your shana now, make sure that you do that. Murph, what did you see? Like, what? I know you met her during the time when you were growing. You said that she protected you, and then you all build this amazing family. And so now it's like, man, you got the family, and then you have a brand new baby. Now, I had my little baby girl late in the game. I do not recommend. I mean, it's the best joy I ever have in my life, baby. You know I love you to life, but I'm like, goodness. Like, I had a baby at 40. Yeah, I was like, ooh, Lord, have mercy. Was this something that you planned, or was it just something like, oh, it happened?
I'm pretty good at getting up out of there. I'm cold. I could have had about 50 kids for it. But no, I did. I ain't playing on it, but I know she wanted another. She actually wanted a little girl, and we lost the child. I don't like put my business out. She be calling me mad at me. No, she ain't. She be out. But we right, we found.
But it's a safe space.
We had lost the baby, so we was like, maybe we should go ahead and grow up. We all right. Go ahead and empty nest this thing.
Yeah.
And then, as you know, she ended up pregnant. So, and we have it.
And then,
got peace now.
How do you support a woman who's been through that? Because a lot of times when you go through like a miscarriage or you lose a baby, it's like you don't necessarily know how to support a woman who's going through that.
You still don't.
Yeah.
Still don't. You just do.
Yeah.
We take it rough too. You know, I've been probably a long time, bro. We've been through a lot. So like, it ain't new to us, but at the same time, like you gotta be aware of that stuff. I try to be there. I don't even know how to do it. You just be there, dog. You don't even know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the dopest part of a relationship. Dopest part of being a daddy. I ain't did this before. Even if you had older kid. Like I got my kids like 10 years apart.
Yeah.
I felt like I did it before, but they all different. I ain't did that before, dog. I don't know what you on right now. This is completely different. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I just look at it like that. I'm living life like a movie scene, bro. What's next on the script?
Yeah.
Like, just keep living, bro. Just keep doing it. It's a new venture every day. It's the journey. You know what I'm saying? I learned that in the music. Like, we all want this big dream. We always want to be at that ending point. But when you get to that ending point, you be like, man, I remember when we was doing this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think that's the biggest thing. The journey part of it is the best part of your life. Yeah. You're living in that dream we talking about, bro. That dream, you be like, man, wait till I get this. I'm going to be the best chef in the land yonder. But right now, you in your kitchen cooking right now. This is the dream. This is the part of it. This is the real part of it. Like, this is the best part of it. Now, I think ending, when you get there, when you get to the end, you're going to try to find something else to do. Yeah. When you get to the end, so doing it is the best part. So sometimes when we be down on ourselves, mad at moments, mad at times when it's like, man, it ain't going to work, and this and that. It's your best time, I promise you. Just don't even look at it like you looking at it. Just look at it like, oh, this part of the thing. And just never stop. I promise you it's going to happen.
Man, y'all make some noise for that. That's so real. So, you know, recently there's just been so much in the news. Like, there's been so much in the news with Bad Boy and Puff and all of that. And you were closely correlated with all of that. During that particular time, I mean, I know you got an opportunity to meet him. When you see African-American men who may have made some mistakes and may have a lifestyle that may not be exactly what may be your lifestyle, we all have our things. Like, how does that make you feel to know that, hey, man, somebody that was closely correlated is now being annihilated in mainstream media?
I don't know, man. I hear the jokes. I hear all the stuff about it, man. I just never like to see nobody going through nothing. And I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it is. I ain't never been accused of being a freak. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably one of the freakiest persons in the room, but I just never been like accused of nothing like that. So I don't really know how that feels. Like I don't even know how to feel for you. All I do know is though, it's only a few of us that hit those levels of life that impacts the culture that we have. And I watch us big it up all while you up. And as soon as it's up, we waiting on the boom to fall, and then we roll on it. One thing with social media, we got to realize we are the new media, bro.
That's right.
And if we doing it, they don't have to do it. It's like we are bashing way more than they did. All they did was announce it. And then we're going with our speculations and just bow. We're like being the biggest jurors ever, and it's like it's killing our culture. I can't stay. I just want everybody to turn their stuff off because it's gonna stay on our timeline. The algorithm works that way. Like, man, it's just gonna stay on our timeline. We don't know what that man did. We don't know. Man, I don't know not one human on earth that assaulted 142 people. It's just, come on, like, so it's like, so if you telling me, well, it wasn't 142, it was 141. It's like, so you lied on the one? So how am I supposed to believe you with the 140? I just can't. It's like, but I'm not here to defend nobody, especially about no women and nothing. I'm a woman-holic. I refuse to defend anything. Be like, man, he didn't do that to a girl. He didn't do that. I don't even get into all that. It's still in court, whatever that is. But what I do know is, a year before that, spreading Black excellence, Black love, started a website that has nothing but Black businesses on it that we can go to. It's our own, like, Google that you can go to and find, so we can just buy Black. Mm-hmm. Sued one of the biggest companies ever because of a Black situation, because you straight up treating because I went and got my own, I was doing business with you, went and got my own liquor, and a racist type of thing happened, and I'm in a civil suit with you. You know what I'm saying? And then a year later, all this stuff goes downhill. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch that stuff. It's the same thing with all the rest, like Bill, everybody, like, it's all, just watch it. You know what I'm saying? And let's not be a part of the down part of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let them do it, and let's just see it at the end. At the end, your speculations might be true or false. You'd be like, I told y'all he did that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But we can't just get on there like, and shoot, how much baby oil you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is killing us. It's murdering us as a culture, bro.
It's murder.
Because I can go back to that same person's Twitter a year ago. He'll be like, man, Diddy, man, that outfit, it was hard. I don't know what hat that was. I don't know why he wore it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be on you and then off you so fast. And I think just as us, we got to give ourselves grace. Like, man, we ain't got the same head start as everybody else, bro. Yeah. And we ain't got the same glue as everybody else because we don't have the same resources as everybody else. Yeah. But when somebody's up like that, we got to, I ain't even saying like bigot. I ain't even saying like, I'll be on this team. I'm just saying like, we gotta not knock it down. Especially when we dealing with like jail, federal. Man, come on, quit playing. That's what we really want, y'all. That's slavery. What we doing? I don't care how big he is. Him in the jail, now what?
Wow.
400 people just got fired.
Yeah, the whole.
Not saying they like their job or not. I'm just saying like it's all now. What about everything stops? Like, so we gotta think about all that stuff, man. I'm different.
Yeah. So Murph, you guys have been in the public eye for a very, very long time. Throughout the tenure of the St. Lunatics and Nelly, we seen a very, very tough and difficult separation from the Lunatics and Nelly about a couple years ago. Injured the city. I remember texting and just saying, hey guys, sir, not necessarily you, but it was another member, and I was just like, hey man, you gotta take that down, bro. Like, it ain't gonna be like this forever. And just really realizing like, hey man, at the end of the day, when people split, they split. And then we seen you guys kind of come back. Nelly's a big part of everything that happens with this particular brand of what it is. Like, it's Nelly and the St. Lunatics and Nelly. During that particular time when you're not on the road, when you're not in good graces with this guy, he's not in good graces with you, like, how did you navigate that as a family man? Because I know that takes a hit. When I went through divorce, I was getting paid a lot of money to go speak. I'm out with Eric Thomas. I'm out doing my thing. I'm making more money and having more influence on the stage speaking. You go through a divorce and you're very closely correlated to church. They love you, but they like, Negro, you can't really get up on this here pulpit. You know what I mean? So that really, I had to scramble. Luckily, I didn't go by. I got to live a really cool life, but not a crazy life. How did you adjust to the deficit of not being on the road with him? And like, how did you all get back together and make that thing get together?
That's deep. I think at the beginning I was hurt. I took a couple laps around the block, walked, realized that birds come out early in the morning, sit on top of the roof. It like two birds up here, right? And they be telling all the birds what to do. Go get the worms, cuz. Go get the worms, cuz. And it be happening. I'm talking about, dang, oh my God. And all this, like, you know what? Yeah. Life dope as a mother. You know what I'm saying? So anytime y'all get down about something Go take a walk real quick, cuz just look up, look left, look right, and you'll realize some stuff in life. But for real, I'm Murphy Lee. I've been doing shows. I've been working. Yeah. From yonder when I'm with him. It wasn't like it was, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a thing. I think the biggest thing about the group, I think I could put this online. The biggest thing about us is that the perception of us is that Nelly put us on. And that's dope because he did hit the forefront of that. But one thing everybody has to realize is that Nelly is in a group. It wasn't like he left a group, went solo and just brought his boys. Or it wasn't like he was a solo artist and then was like, I got some cats that rap. Let's bring it. It was like we was saints. Like we a group. So when it happened, we just wrote, like I said, like a movie script. We just rolling with the flow, bro. You know what I'm saying? However it go, so hope for the best type thing. So I was able to establish me a nice foundation as Murphy Lee, the brand. You know what I'm saying? So I never stopped working. I'm still doing what I do every weekend. So it wasn't like that. But stage is not the same without my brothers. I don't care what nobody say. So all the time I fight. You know what I'm saying? I fight just to get back on that stage. And I don't like it when they be like, I don't want to say that word. I don't like it when they be like, I ain't mean that. Yeah. I just want the perception to be, mind your business. Yeah. And brothers go through stuff. But at the same time, the ending result, beginning result, whatever that result is their problem, they stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that online stuff, put your business. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I answer a few questions that I feel like that's necessary. I don't answer nothing that I don't feel like I can't say to them right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but other than that, man, it don't be nobody business for real. Like, cause this is a career. This is like, if you got laid off at General Motors, ain't nobody. You questioning me about my job. You know, that's my job, bro. Yeah, like, what we talking about right here? You really talking about how I feed my kids? We talking about this right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anything like the news and stuff about publishing, different stuff like that. So you really wouldn't want me to, like, what are you talking about? Like, he want me to get my stuff. Why wouldn't you want me to get my stuff? Yeah. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, so just certain stuff be in the air that I don't like about stuff like that. But man, my brothers is my brothers, bro. I'm talking about, it ain't nothing like them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's coming from the youngest member of the group. Boy, I know the vibes when I'm around them. You know what I'm saying? I know the difference between when I'm in the back doing something on my own with anxiety back there, like, oh, I gotta go out here in front of these people. You know what I'm saying? I know the difference when I got my group and I'm feeling different in the thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different feeling, bro. I just wanted to be right. We 25 years country grammar next year. I just think it's that's dope. Just making a decision, man. I just thought to make a decision like, man, no matter what, I don't care about no past. I love the future. I don't care about no future. I care about right now. Right now, I just want to be with my brothers, whatever that is, you know what I mean?
That's love, man. Yeah. So, knowing that you are a husband and a father, as I land this plane, what advice do you give to these artists who feel like they got to live this lifestyle and kind of play both sides of the fence instead of staying true to their family? A lot of times when it comes to rappers, of course you have a few that's gonna have that girl, but it's a lifestyle. Like the reason why, and I don't think I've ever said this publicly, but when I signed with Warner Brothers and Lay Your Body Down was out, I was just a marketing plan. It was like, okay, well, we just gonna put some women with him, and then he gonna do this, and he do this. And I was like, bro, like, I'm not no marketing plan. I'm from St. Louis. Like, bro, like, I know exactly what my audience wants to do. Like, I went out there and became an entrepreneur, did exactly what I needed to do. And when I became a marketing plan, I was like, this ain't really closely correlated the way I want to live my life. Like, I'm adopted. My dream is to have a family. Y'all wanted to be rich. I knew I would be rich. Like, I knew I would be okay. Like, I knew, because my daddy was an ex-sharecropper. So I seen him work 16 hours a day. I seen him not go to sleep. I seen him get up an hour early. I seen him come out an hour late. And so I just kind of always knew that I would do that. Like, what advice would you give to people in terms of, like, man, making sure that they take care of family in the midst of their business life?
Ish. We care too much. We care about other opinions, people's opinions too much. That's what I would definitely tell them. It's not about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? When the smoke clears, when the audience gone, when you go to the crib, you're on the stage for 45 to an hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes if you knew, 15 minutes if you knew her. 7 minutes if you still trying to get somewhere and you not on. 3 minutes maybe if you're not even an artist yet, but you got on that stage somehow. So like, that's it.
A great perspective.
I don't like when people be like, artists be busy, this and that. Yeah, we businessmen, so we do handle business. It's going, it rings. But you ain't busy, bro. You just had an hour show on Friday, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody go to work all week. You know what I'm saying? Got to make some type of money that you talking about. But you straight got it on Friday. That one day you got yours in an hour. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't be mad at that. So you got to realize that you do have time, and that, like I said, when that smoke clear, when the audience done, you ain't got nothing but your family.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that family, it's okay too.
Yeah.
Live life. What I would promote, for real, because I've been on something new, just looking at the young dudes, you don't have to force nothing, bro. Like, to be honest, bro, you ain't got time for kids. You ain't got time for a wife. Go ahead and go get what you need to get. Because when you get what you need to get, that's how you gonna find your wife anyway. So don't force no wife. I watch these kids, they at home beating their girls and everything because they trying to force her to stay at the crib while they go on the road so they can smash everything on the road, come back home to the baby mom, get her pregnant so she'll stay at the house. Wow. You feel what I'm saying? It's so deep, like with that, I'm just watching like how she end up being your baby mama. It's end up being because you came home thinking that's what it's supposed to be. So now you trying to, a lot of them do it, the basketball players, for everybody do it trying to, because we want that family thing. Like when you get some bread, you feel like you need that family structure. You need that. But are you young, bro? Like if I'd have known what I know, like I was young, you know what I'm saying? I kind of had plans at 18s and stuff like that, like family, like how you was talking about. So me personally, I'm a little different. And I don't like out. I don't like going out and shit. Like, I ain't with that.
He's like, I don't like out.
Smoke me a joint and give me some wine, go to the field. I don't like all that. But those who do, like you living the life. This lifestyle is for real. You're gonna be busy.
Yeah.
Roll, gone, boom, boom. You barely got time to call her. And she ain't gonna believe you. She's not gonna believe the truth when you cannot believe the truth. No, you ain't. And now they got locations and everything. So yeah. I know where you at. You know what I mean? So it's just that, man. It's like live the truth.
Yeah.
If you can live in your truth, you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, bro, you 34. What you say? You had yours at 40?
I did.
That was your first?
Last one.
Oh, the last
My
one.
oldest is 21. He's here somewhere.
Grown man.
Yeah, he's grown, bro. Yeah. He's about to graduate from University of Mississippi. So proud of him.
Congratulations.
For sure.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And that's the key, though. That's the key. I just think, like, if you single, be single, bro. It's cool. Because you're going to have time, bro. Like, think about it. I'm going to be with my wife for the rest of my life, right? Whatever that life is, right?
That's weird. You
know what I'm saying? Just say I'm you know, I'll be on my vegan, I'm on all stuff, so I just think I'm gonna live to 1,080. Right? So I'm like, I got about 1,000 more years with mine, you know what I mean? So it's that. If you're planning on doing that, then do that. But if not, bro, you got time to find that person, to find that we men, we can have babies till we 60 something. Like, stop playing. Like, you ain't gotta rush none of that. And actually, you will be a better father at a grown age with your financials together, everything together. You're not trying to put it together just because the baby coming in 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we got to pull a power out here.
You got your life together a little more when you're in your 30s and 40s, like when you're getting older. So I suggest those young cats that coming out thing, you got that bread, that fresh contract. Man, live your life. You see what your cats doing, because the thing is, your partner's going to pull you into that. You know you want to do that.
Yeah.
If that girl ain't making you not want to do that, then go do that. Tell her the truth. I don't want to be with nobody right now. I can't even front. And she will be there for you if she gonna be there for you. For real. Like, if that's the person,
ladies?
If that's the person, it'll come back. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta not be worried about her with somebody else. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
See, me and selfish. We talking about her. We selfish. Dude's selfish, man. Straight up selfish. That's selfish. A girl, if she the same way, she's selfish too. But it's like, you know, it's really because you don't want her with nobody else. You really don't. You out doing your thing. You really want her to say she can do her thing, but you really can't take her doing her thing.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So we try to house a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, we try to house, it's a housewife now. Like, even if she got her own career, you still try to keep her at the house. You go out with your boy, you go out, y'all don't do nothing together.
Yeah.
Just keep her at the house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to see her with nobody else. It's like, it's the saddest thing ever. So that's what you're doing. You're really wasting somebody's time. You should just be single. It's dope to be single, bro. You can meet so many people. Make sure you strap up, of course. You don't want no babies. A lot of people talk about diseases. I'll be like, y'all disease first. I'm disease first. A lot of people be like, babies, baby, baby. I'm like, y'all just talk baby? Talk about the rubber, boy. Y'all died. Someone fall off. Triple. So it's just that. You know what I'm saying? Like, be single. Get your life together. Career-wise, everything first. Like, it's okay to do that. Yeah. Man, and you just not living a life. Let it get old to you real quick. Let the spending get old real quick. Let the, you know what I'm saying? That money go fast. You got to let it go. You got to get it all out your system because you're young. Take care of your mama because that's your real girl that you had from yonder. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'll be mad at some people be doing that. I'll be like, man, why are you talking to that girl like that? You don't even want her.
You don't even want her.
You don't even want her. Just let her go, bro. It's okay to be single. It's okay to be single. That's why I tell the young cats with money and stuff like that, man, it's okay to be single, bro. Just live your life until you really ready.
Yeah. So Murph, I tell you, man, you wise beyond your years, bro.
Bye.
You wise beyond your years. And I think I just kind of got the revelation of what it was, because I'm always running, doing 2 or 3 miles, and I was like, Murphy Lee? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, Murph don't really talk like that. He don't open up to people. But then God is like, no, I'm like, you need to talk. And then now that I'm listening to you, I realize that the next level is gonna require you to communicate. And you're not gonna get the opportunity to be the introverted Murphy Lee.
That's sad, ain't it?
And I know it sucks, because you don't really wanna be the guy. But let me tell you what God is telling me right now. You have observed so much because you've been quiet. You've been a fly on the wall. You've seen lawyers, you've seen everything. Like, you are the guy who was in the box. While everybody else was on the field, you will hop on the field and then you run to the box. So you see how everybody responds to everything. You are actually the most equipped for the next level of success because you had the opportunity to absorb everything while everybody else was talking and arguing and yelling and all that. You was in the back like, I know the answer, but I ain't finna get involved with these guys. They'll figure it out. You'll pull somebody to the side and be like, hey, man, I think you could have whoop, wop, wham. This next season is actually going to require you to speak up because you have so much wisdom on the inside. Second thing that I hear in my heart and my head is that you got to pick up that 3rd grade pen. Like, you got to pick up that 3rd grade pen because there are movies, there are books, there are business plans. You can even be a grant writer. Whatever you touch with your hands will be blessed. And I don't want you to type it. Don't clap. This ain't a clap moment. I don't want to miss this opportunity. I don't want you to type it. Don't try to do it their way. I want you to get that 99-cent notebook, and I need you to get a pen and a pencil, and I want you to write. I want you to begin to journal, because the truth is, you'll be on stages, but that part will just be fun because you are actually going to be able to write your way into a whole new destiny. Here's the thing. I love Nelly. Finally got a chance to sit with him, and we had a good time in the studio with Spud, and we supposed to do some music. We ended up talking all night. But I want to tell you, this second level, there's a whole new lane. And let me tell you, you will actually be later in life probably the most successful with your pen, not comparing the two, but there's a different level of money and finances that God is going to bless you with because of that pen. And if you become consistent, here's the other thing. You have a very creative son. He's quirky. Pour into that. Because like comic books and the fun stuff and not Dragon Ball Z, but I just see cartoons. He ain't like us. And it's just like, oh man, you gotta teach him how to do that. You don't have to teach him to do that because he's different, because you were different. And because of the environment in which you lived in, you had to kind of be whatever you had to be because we had to survive. But in this next season of your life, you have proved everybody wrong. Your biggest gift that you have right now, I honor you for staying with your family. I honor you for making sure that your children see their father. I heard you say, we don't work but Friday in 45 minutes, you got time. Some of us, we stay in our heads so much that we can't even give the time because we're thinking about what we have to do Friday. Yep. You believe in your gift. And so I honor you as a man. I wanted the world to meet this Murphy Lee because they love the music part, but I wanted them to see that the next level of Murphy Lee is going to be something that everybody's going to have to pay attention to. Everywhere your feet are, your hands won't be. If you don't remember nothing else, everywhere your feet are, your hands won't be. Meaning that everything that you are doing, it may not say Murphy Lee, but you'll be like, oh yeah, you know I wrote on that film. You talking about the new film with Steven Seagal? Yeah, I was in the writer's room. I want you to take a trip to LA, not on music. You just left LA. You enjoyed LA this time a little different. You enjoyed it. You was like, damn, this LA kind of, you know what I'm saying? These niggas wasn't as quirky as they usually be. You know what I mean? It kind of felt good. There's a space in LA that you're going to get an opportunity to be in because you got people who are in the industry, but I want you to take a humble approach and just start asking people, hey man, how you get in one of them writer's rooms though? I just need to see it because if you see it, you going to dominate it. When you see it, you going to dominate it. When you see 8 Deuce Click, you dominate it. When you see how to do the Grammys, when you did what you're supposed to do, when you hit the stage, you dominate it. Everything that you see and you see a blueprint, you can dominate. And I want to see you go out there and do it. And here's the catch-22. I will do whatever I can to see when my heart and my head come to life. Because this is the last part that I'm going to give you. Murphy, you deserve it. You deserve it, dog. You deserve it. You deserve it. Y'all make some noise. Y'all stand to your feet and show some love to Murphy Lee, man. I want him to feel that love. Murphy deserved that, man. And to my people at home, I want to tell you this. You know, the unique part about God is, and he's really, really unique. And you ain't even got to be super duper spiritual and all that. But I want to tell you the unique part about God is that you'll be in one chapter holding on so tight, but you didn't know that there was a development stage that that you're going in. One of my dear friends, I love her to life. Her son, he was 1.5 years old. And he was crawling for only 3 weeks. 3 weeks he crawling, and then he just popped up and started walking. It's a black family, so they got really excited about it. My baby walked in 3 weeks. That's a miracle, you know, calling aunties, all type of stuff. Man, everybody's excited. Then he turned 5 years old. And when it came to buttoning up his shirt, just couldn't do it as good. When he went on the monkey bars in the playground, he kept falling off. When it came to catching balls, he couldn't really catch. And they was like, wow, like, what happened? So, you know, black mamas, we're going to take him to the doctor. We need to figure this out. Like, what's going on? The doctor asked his question. He said, how long did he crawl? Did he crawl? And like a proud mother, this woman said, no, he only crawled for 3 weeks. And she was expecting a celebration. But the doctor looked concerned. The doctor said, well, I think that's the problem. Because he needs to crawl longer, because crawling helps your motor skills, it helps your development, it helps your eyesight, and it helps everything in your development. They ended up having to send this young man to therapy. He ended up being very, very good and did what he had to do. You say Willie Moore Jr. on the other side of that camera. What does that have to do with me? Many of you all are rushing so much to walk that if you don't enjoy crawling, you're going to miss a development in which God is attempting to give you. And maybe you have been crawling for a very, very long time. Even to some, it feels like you are extremely successful, but deep on the inside, you feel the tugging that God has something bigger and better for you in this season of your life. And you tired of the crawl. You're like, I'm so tired of doing the same thing in and out. That's not you feeling that. The Bible says this, that greater is he that lives in me than he who's in the world. And people use that scripture and they get excited about it and they run. I don't. I realize that if God is living on the inside of me, he has the right to tug me and move me whenever he chooses to. And so maybe you are tired of crawling and you've been crawling for a long time. The development stage is over and it is time for you to walk in victory. What I seen today was a man who decided in 3rd grade that he had something creative. He was crawling. He developed it. He ended up writing major songs with the St. Lunatics, working with one of the biggest artists in the world, Nelly. He did what he had to do. He crawled through and he became what he had to become. He crawled. He did what he had to do. And so now he's a family man. He didn't really know exactly like what was going on. Each child is different. He crawled. He did what he had to do. He developed. And then he realizes now with all of this wisdom, man, I ain't got to be out here playing with these women. He crawled. He developed. But now he's about to walk into the next dimension because the development stage is over. And I want to declare over your life that the development stage is over for you. You've done so much correct. You've learned every lesson in every season that now it's time for you to walk in victory. If you look back, even to Jesus the Christ, the cross was the crawl. The resurrection was the victory. When you look at Joseph in the Bible, the pit was the crawl, but the palace was the victory. He walked into there. I just want to declare over you right now that you're going to walk into your victory in Jesus' name. My name's Willie Moore Jr. Thank you so much for watching the Love You More show. I want to encourage you to do your best right now to click that subscribe button and just send this to as many people as possible. And put it in the comments right now. Say I'm walking into my destiny. Thank you for watching the Love You More show. And make sure you love yourself more.
Love you more, love you more.